Today I investigated the development of Roblox ZO. From its humble beginnings to the Voldex takeover, this is the rise and fall of ZO. In mid-2021, ZO was released to the public by the group Itto. At first, ZO wasn't popular, it was just a passion project made by Zboys, more commonly known as Zeke, a talented yet undiscovered game developer, and Tampered Reality, an experienced game dev making his way up. I reached out to Zeke for an interview and he kindly agreed to answer a few commonly asked questions from the community. I asked him how he met Tampered Reality and where the idea for ZO came from. He said, quote, "I met Tampered Reality at a Star Wars game by an old group I was in, and he was scripting for the game. So I thought I'd get in contact with him and ask him if he could script a free model Katana to do custom animations for a passion project I was thinking about. That's pretty much how ZO started too." After ZO released, it suddenly picked up after the TikToker Chris played it. Zeke said, quote, "I was definitely not expecting it to become very popular. Originally, ZO was going to be my last project on Roblox since all of my other projects before that were unsuccessful. ZO began to grow an active player base. The game would receive updates every few weeks, and most players enjoyed the game. However, as time grew on, players began to grow tired of the game. Players wished for more updates, and Itto realized they weren't going to be able to provide those updates by themselves. So, they sold ZO to a simulator company called Voldex. Voldex immediately started trying to update the game as much as possible. They brought on some talented developers, but they strongly prioritized quantity over quality. Most updates that Voldex released broke the game in one way or another. The rush for weekly updates may have prevented new updates from being well tested and developed before they were released. The shift to income-producing content is understandable. Voldex probably released the game to make a profit, but it seems to many players that they went overboard, adding yen, daily spins, exclusive skins, all of which were quick ways for Voldex to make cash. I think many players would like to see them strike a better balance toward community over cash. An example of their cash over community approach is their anti-cheat filter and ban practices. ZO has one of the most effective anti-cheats on Roblox. This makes the game more fair for all players, which is a great way to keep the community strong. However, sometimes the anti-cheat picks up false signals, which ban people who are not exploiting. Unfortunately, when a player ban appeals through the ZO Discord server, the ticket is almost instantly closed, with little to no investigation. There seems to be a lot of ZO staff members resigning recently. More than half a dozen members of the ZO staff team resigned in the month of May alone. One thing we realized is that they currently have over 130 QA team testers, and only 11 moderators. This may be a sign that they no longer care as much about fair play in the community as they do about cash-producing updates. So, with limited staff, moderators may just not have time to do full investigations of ban appeals. Here's where it gets dicey. Anyone willing to fork over 1,500 Robux can buy their way out of a ban. This allows exploiters to continue their behavior and punishes innocent players. This is an example of how corporate-minded Voldex can be. I asked Zeke for his thoughts on this, and he was pretty straightforward. I think it's really dumb and I do not agree with it at all. It really gives off the image that Itto, now called ZO by Voldex, has their prioritizations set on money instead of quality, which goes against what I believe in game development. I also asked Zeke if he was aware what Voldex was going to do with ZO, and he responded, "Well, I wasn't informed much about ZO being sold off to Voldex at first. But when I knew about it, yeah, I was pretty aware of what they do with ZO considering they're very corporate. Many players are also concerned for the future of ZO." When asked about this, Zeke responded, "I think ZO will continue to have a big player count for a while. Though while the player count for it is big, I don't think it means it'll succeed in terms of quality. Lately, I've been sorta just disappointed at every update ZO has been making since they're all done weekly. Sometimes the update breaks things, it feels rushed. It's the same thing over and over again with limited skins." What do you think about the current direction ZO is heading? What would you like to see done differently, if anything? I'd love to hear your feedback here, but I would also encourage you to let your favorite content creators know. I'm a small channel, but some of the bigger content creators might have a better opportunity to be heard. Share this video with them. Remember, the goal is not to bash Voldex. It's to encourage Voldex to build a more community-involved focus. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to support me, feel free to subscribe and share this video. I'm over halfway to my next goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. I'll see you very soon. Bye.